how I went from this to this.
Oh yeah, can you make the way on matter?
Hey guys, Gus here. I'm going to show you how I turned this particular image into a lyric video for Padike's latest release, Anxiety. Stay tuned.
Alright, so we open up our CapCut app and we click on new video. Right, you click on new video, then we go to the photos section and select the picture, the background image that we are going to use for our video, our lyric video. So whatever image you want to use as your background image, you're going to select, you're going to add. Now we have the interface here. What we are simply going to do is to make this image longer to the duration of the music, or let's impute the music first. So let's go to audio. At the bottom here, we go to audio, we go to sound, then we go to files, go to device, we go to select from device. The music is already inside my CapCut app, so you can see Padike wishes, you can see anxiety, the remix, you can see the main anxiety. So you just tap and we add, or you can go to your files, you select.
Oh yeah, can you make the way on matter?
So let's just add anxiety. Now we are in the interface. We've added anxiety. Now we can just make the image to have the same length as the audio by extending it to the end of the video. So let's extend. All right, so we are at the end of the audio. So we're at the end of the audio now. So the next thing to do is to resize this image into the resolution, into the aspect ratio that we want. So from the initial video that was used to display, we can see that the video was made for YouTube, which means the resolution is basically 16:9 or 4:3, depending on how big you want the size of the video to be. So what we are going to just scroll to the right hand side and select aspect ratio. Right, we select aspect ratio. We select 16:9. You can see the aspect ratio that is used for YouTube here. We select 16:9, then we click OK. Now what this is going to do for us is that it's going to resize, it's going to resize the video for us automatically. Then we can adjust the picture to match the video, right, to match the size of the video. Now when you adjust the picture and the head of the picture, that's the space between the head and the frame, and the bottom and the frame is okay for you, then we come out and we select background. Right, we select background here at the bottom right. We select background. Now when we select background, we tap on color. Now we pick color, and we pick the color that is in this image. Right, we pick the same color that is in this image, so that it's going to look like this image and the background are in sync. Right, it's going to look like this image is on the same background as the background of the video. Right, so we're going to pick the color that is in the image, and then we are going to click OK. Now we know that obviously there's going to be some contrast between the color and the image. So what we are going to do is we're going to click on mask. Right, we're going to tap on the image and we're going to click on mask. Then we're going to use a rectangular mask to fade. Hold on. I'm going to use a rectangular mask to fade the picture, so that it will not be too obvious that the color is contrasting. So once we mask this, we feather it a little bit. All right, so we feathered it. Now you could increase the size of this to be a little bigger if you want, depending on how you want the video to appear, right? Then we are going to do something. We are going to add an overlay, right? Why are we adding an overlay? We want to give this a darker feeling, right? We want to make this image appear darker, so we're going to add an overlay, and the overlay we're going to add is just a dark picture, a dark background. Just going to add a black picture to overlay this particular image. Right now we're going to expand this picture to cover the entire screen, and then we're going to go to opacity, and we're going to tap on opacity, and we're going to reduce the opacity of this black screen. Now what we've done is that we have covered the image with a dark screen, and we are now increasing the opacity or reducing it. So if we increase the opacity, it means that the black screen is becoming more visible, and if we reduce the opacity, the black screen is becoming less visible. And if it is more visible, it appears darker. If it's less visible, it appears brighter because it is already bright. So we just reduce the increase the opacity so that the background will not be too noticeable, right? Because obviously we're going to have the text appearing in front of the background, so we can increase the opacity a little bit and make it dark, right? Then we expand this to the end of the image. Now we have our dark background, right? Then we go to effects, video effects. You can select any effect you want. Personally, I like to use film effects, so you just search film. I like to use film effects, so you can add film effects to this image, right? But if you notice, the film effect that we added only applied to the image, right? It did not apply to the background. So how do we change this? So we select the film frame, we go to objects, right, and then we click all videos, right? You can see that we have clicked all videos. The effect is now on everything, right? So look at what we have here already. This is already different from the image. We already have.
Oh yeah, can you make the way on matter?
So as you can see, we already have the image as a video now. It already has an effect. The background is already dark, and the resolution is already in YouTube's resolution. So all that's left is to drag this film frame to the end of the video, and we add our lyrics. Now there are many ways you can add your lyrics. You could use auto lyrics by using text, right? So when you tap on text, you go to auto lyrics, you scroll down to auto lyrics at the extreme, and when you tap on auto lyrics, it's going to generate the lyrics for you automatically from the audio. Now I do not entirely recommend this if you are working with a multilingual music video, right? Because the auto caption or auto lyric feature is not going to always pick up the right language, right? Like the Igbo language or the Yoruba, right? You might not get the precision, you might not get the accurate translation, so you're going to manually have to adjust and type. But in the meantime, let's see if we can generate the lyrics from this video. So we click on generate and we wait. Now if we can successfully get this video to translate and generate the lyrics, then the work will be minimized for us, and we can then make adjustments to the lyrics that have already been provided for us, right? So it's also advisable to use it sometimes because it helps you sync the sound, right, of the audio to the way the text appears on the screen, instead of you having to manually do it. So we have generated the lyrics. Let's see how it looks.
Oh yeah, can you make the way on matter?
As you can see, the lyrics that was given to us, the lyrics that was given to us is different from what we have in the song, right? So this was an Igbo language that was spoken here, but the lyrics gave us whatever it could translate as that. Now let's see party girl here. He said party K here. 1 year gone. I know she won to collect. Yeah, so I have to manually adjust these texts to fit the lyrics of the video. So you tap on this the yellow dots, right? You have to tap on the yellow dots and you adjust. Hold on. And we tap on the pencil and then we manually adjust. Yeah. Kamado. Emegide. We want mad. I think Mado should be in the next. Okay, should be here. Mado. Right. So let's see.
Nah. Oh yeah, can you make it the way on matter?
Okay, oh here Kai game make it Kai game make it the way one mad. Right. So we adjust the text manually, right? Then we click on this. We click on the first text, right? And we go to the settings, and we can see there are templates, a lot of templates we can use. We could choose any template you want to use. We could use this template, right? If you choose this template, it's going to make the text appear in the format of that template, right?
Nah. Oh yeah, can you make it?
So hold on. So let's see the template I use.
Oh yeah, can you make it the way on matter?
Where is template I just selected?
Oh yeah, can you make it the way on matter?
I can't even find the template I just selected now. So let's look at this one.
Oh yeah, can you make it the way on matter?
Alright. So I already have the text. So they had to change the text. So I have to like yeah. I make it mad. So you have to move this down. So as you can see,
Oh yeah, can you make it the way on matter?
well, this is one of the templates we can use. We could choose any other template you want to use, right? We could choose any other template you want to use. Hold on.
Oh yeah, can you make it the way on matter?
Why is it not even showing? Or you could also choose to use no templates, right? To just use the default text. What's wrong with my capcut? Sorry about that. So you could also choose to use the default text, right? You could choose to use the default text and just apply the animations you want manually, right? The reason why I like to use this is because I can apply the animation I want to all the clips, right? To all the text that we can see applied to all main lyrics. So I can just choose an animation I want to add. For example, let me use zoom in, or let me use this as the amplified runs as the animation I want to use.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Then I'll go to fonts. we'll go to fonts and we select a font we want to use. You can use Evangel, you can use a more dramatic font for it, a more dramatic feeling. So you can choose any font you want. There are so many fonts you can choose from. So we increase this, and then we go and adjust the style. So we can choose to add a stroke, we can choose to add a glow. You can see that we've added a glow and now it is glowy.
Oh yeah.
So we already have, let me use a different.
Oh yeah.
So once we go,
oh yeah, can you make it the oh yeah, can you make it the
right?
Oh yeah, can you make
We
it
also take out the glow if the glow is not entirely perfect. Then if we take out the glow, we click on OK, and our lyrics is set. So if you play this now, you can see.
oh yeah, can you make it the
You can see that the lyrics have begun to present itself in the way that it's going to look in the video. So what you're going to do is that remember we have already applied this to all lyrics. Hold on, where's the animation? I've applied it to all lyrics. I don't know if it's going to apply automatically. It should apply automatically. It should apply automatically, but I guess it did not. So since it did not apply automatically, I have to manually apply it myself. So I'll have to go and select that animation again. I can't find it. Is this the I'll find the main animation I used. Let me go back. So type in Flickr. So let me save this. So if you tap on hold, you can add to favorites. Then you can just go here, go to the favorites, and select it, right? And we go back to our fonts, and we select the fonts that we chose initially. What fonts did we choose? I think I need to save the fonts too, because I can't find it here. Okay, we chose Black Mason. So we select, go to styles, and we go to glow, and we add the glow again. Then we bring this to the middle, and we increase the size, right? Then this is supposed to be per decay. Right, so it's gonna be kind of stressful, but we have to do this over and over again. We have to okay, this is already showing here. So so we go to this text. Let's bring this text to let's layer it to the front. Okay, it's already up in front. So
oh yeah, can you make it the
so if you want to add a text that has the same template, what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this, and we're going to bring it forward to where we want to type. So we have if the audio you want to add a lyric to begins here, you just edit this and change it to the audio that you want. All right. Remember, it already carries the same text template. So what is going to do is just going to write out the texts in the way you want it to appear, right? So
oh yeah, can you make it the
text here. so we can duplicate this, bring it where we have the second sound. Duplicate it again, bring it where you have the next sound. So this one has a different file format, text format. So we have to change the text format to where is that? To glow. Hold on. Why is there dark? I think this is the way it should be. When you're gone, no see $1. Yes. So we change this. No see $1. Collects. So we take this under and gone. No see $1 collect, but I no give up. So we change this to but I no give up, cause na jab in my connect. Be my connect. Alright. But I no give up because na jab in my connect. Daddy Pico na no. So we duplicate this, bring it over here, right? Then we change it to whatever we have. Daddy Pico Nano Men address, and we have it here. Daddy Pico Nano Men address, child Nano Men address. So it comes to an end here. Nano Men address. I believe in God. 247 I day for chapel. Right, we are going to adjust this 247 I day for chapel. Right, so if we run this back, we'll see that we basically have a lyric video already. So let's start from here and let's see what we have. Oh yeah, can you make it when you're gone, no see $1 collect, but I no give up because na jab in my connect. Daddy Pico na no men address, child na no men address. I believe in God. 247 I day for chapel. Alright, so we basically have a lyric video. We are going to keep doing this and doing this until we come to the end of the video. We're going to adjust the text, we're going to adjust the file or the format of the text until we have everything we need. So you're going to take your time and manually work on the edit, right? We could also add more effects to the background. If you're not satisfied with this film effects, you could click on effects, go to video effects, select any other effect you want to add. You could add these just oh yeah, can you give me reduce the speed. Oh yeah, can you give me it's going to be making moves for you. You go to objects, apply to all videos. Oh yeah, can you give me the have a new cool effect at the background. You could change this effect to something else. You could add mist, and you're just going to have mist on the video. Let it come out. Right, so oh yeah, can you give me? You can reduce. Reduce the speed. Oh yeah, can you give me? That it gives it a more dramatic feeling. So we can drag this to the end of the video, and then here we have our video.
Oya ka ga-eme gị diwe mmadụ.
Alright, so we have the lyric video now. So what I do is I go to text, I create a new text, right? Go to my font, select a different font, probably a more dramatic font, and I add the artist's name. And I add the artist song, right? I can use a different font for the artist song. I can use let me say italic or whatever for the artist song. Then what I do is I bring this down to the bottom of the video. So we go to basic, and when we go to basic, we can see that we can select the position. So we just use a y-axis to bring this down to the bottom. Right, then we go to zoom and we reduce the size, right, so that as you watch the lyric video, you could also know who the artist of the video is and the name of the song. So we make this a lasting text. You can see it lasting text here. Tap on it, it's going to expand from the beginning of the video to the end of the video. So we have this. So we can now do what we can now create our intro. Now we also click on add text. Then we could use a template to make our intro. What template can we use? We could use any template here to create our intro, but we are going to need something that is going to be similar, that are going to be kind of relatable to the lyrics that we used. So we're going to look for something that has kind of a glowy feel. So I think we can do this. We can use this anxiety decay. So you can change the font of this. Make a leave that. Okay, let's change the font of anxiety itself. So let's they both look similar. Let me do something else. They all look similar. They both look similar. So you're going to have to take your time. You're going to have to use your creativity. You're going to have to brainstorm, find out the best looking fonts for your videos, and then you go to animation. You're going to have a different in intro animation, right? And then take out so we have the animation coming in. We could choose something else, smoke drifts. Alright, we could use something else as the animation. Alright, so if we have this as the intro to our video, the video starts like this.
Oya ka ga-eme gị diwe mmadụ.
Right, so this is basically how you make your lyrics video. You take your time, you adjust the text, adjust the font, adjust the style, adjust the how it sings to the sound, and you simply and you're done with the video, right? You simply click on export. The export settings you're going to use most likely 1080p 30 fps like this. It is set properly. 1080p resolution, frame rate 30 fps, bitrate, you use a recommended bitrate that was provided for you. You can see the estimated file size is going to be 242 MB, but we can compress the video if the video size is too much, but it would not come out exactly, it's 142 MB, right? This is just the estimated file size. It's going to be less than this. So we click on export. You could take out the Ultra HD video if you want. You click on what? Export, and your video begins to export. Right, now you could choose to add a cover photo here, or you could choose to leave your cover photo for when you want to post on YouTube or in a social media. So if you can just come here and choose how you want your cover photo to appear. So if you want this place to be your cover photo, you click on save, and automatically this is the way your cover photo looks, right? So you export, and all right, so our video is done, and you can have the video here.
Nah. Oh yeah, can you make it the way I want?
All right, so that's basically how you make a video on CapCut, a lyric video on CapCut. Stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you in our next video.